opens us up, and everybody becomes more beautiful. Everybody, this video might cut off. If it does, I will continue. Everybody and everything becomes more beautiful, and you find yourself just standing there in awe of the beauty of very simple things. Especially if you go outside in nature, you're just dumbstruck. You're just dumbstruck because nature is hitting you now on all of these different levels. But so too are people. You begin to see the light of God in other people, and other people become more beautiful to you. Even though you've seen them every day, suddenly they're just so beautiful, and you do see the light of God within every single person, and you almost feel like you fall in love with every single person in a certain way, you know. So everything is more beautiful, more sacred to you, as you see the light more through all things. Yes, I talked about your body being able to speak. So let's, and new sources of energy. Yeah. So when I talked about your body rejecting, like, you know, liquor and meat, your body is no longer, so we were using those as a source of energy, and we have been taught incorrectly that was, I won't say incorrectly. Let a solitarian teacher, Elatam teach you about what the sun gives you in its rays. Let him teach you about that, because that is his specialty. But what I'm saying is that is in alignment with that our body, as we begin to take in more light, as we raise our vibration, then light becomes a major source of energy for us. And that's why I have challenged you to go outside twice a day and get some sunshine on your face, just 5 minutes at all. At least there is love. I mean, that there's a lot in the sun that they didn't teach us, that they did not teach us. And we are activated by the sun. Your DNA seed, especially if you're brown, and we'll go into that, and I'm not leaving anyone out. We'll talk about it. Go outside and get some sunshine on your face, and it doesn't mean that the more sunshine you get, the more nutrients you get. It doesn't work like that. You just need to expose yourself to that sun to activate your new higher vibrational body, and it becomes a source of love and a source of energy and a source of knowledge, a source of peace within you. Then your body no longer has to reach for these physical foods in order to source itself. We become like plants, like photosynthesis, where our source is the sunlight, and that is a process. Please do not just jump into the sun's going to feed me. That is a process, and that is why I recommend learning about it from the Solitarian teacher, and I will link him below. So we want to be aware that these things that we have been taught may not be true anymore. May not work. First of all, may have never been true. Second of all, it's certainly not true now. As we begin to ascend, we are transforming. Of course, our source of energy will change. So we don't have to stick to, and I know that you guys already know this. You know, I see us all rising. I see us all switching over to healthy. So you can still do, like, put the soul in your food and all that kind of thing, but on a higher vibrational level. I'm drinking, and understand now the food, that this is discipline, this is a practice, and that this is discipline, and this is part of watering your seed so that you may transform. If you are getting constant reminders and messages, then let this be the key for you to understand, hey, I got to do this to walk through this ascension door. And when I do this, and when I'm on board with this, first of all, it's a process. It becomes natural. It becomes easy. You wonder how you ever were, that you ever consumed what you did before. Boy, I'm almost going to lose it. What was I going to say? Oh, new gifts come in. It allows the new gifts to come in. Yes, and we were talking about the new gifts. Yeah, and I was talking about you having a hangover, so if you use bad, so you need to use your higher vibrational language. You need to eat your higher vibrational foods because the body is conscious, and she's like, hey, we're not doing that anymore. I don't need that kind of stuff anymore. And every time you do that, I'm not going to feel good, and I'm not going to operate at my highest level. So let's operate at our highest level. Anyway, I'm just saying. We are becoming our light bodies. That requires a different source. And that is a transformation. So begin to recognize your different source. Source is sun. Source is music and sound. And of course that all transforms into love. Okay, what else? What else is Ascension? It is positive about Ascension that you can look forward to. You can look forward to, oh yeah, we were talking about sights. You will have eyes to see. Yes, you will have eyes to see. You begin to see people through their masks. Literally. For instance, it all depends. Like some people might begin to look different to you. And just like I talked about that everybody begins to look more beautiful. Others begin to look darker and different. For instance, you might see like these reptile type people or someone who looks like a reptile standing in front of you or in the grocery store. You might see someone that looks like a snake, like literally like a snake. You might see someone that looks like a demon to you, or strange. You might see someone who you realize is not quite human. That doesn't mean that they're a bad person, but you understand that there's something different about this being in front of you, that they might not be the same as you. So you will have eyes to see the blessings and the light in everyone, and so to the dark. And so to the dark. And that will be, I'm not just saying that. You are going to see people that look like snakes, or that look like reptiles, or that look like light beings, or a person who looks like they're not quite human, and they may be something else. And you'll be able to see that without fear. It's just your eyes have been opened to see. And now you can see the vibrational fields of people around you, and that makes them look different. That makes them sound in a certain way, where you can understand when they're speaking to you, whether it is truth or whether it is lie. And no one will be able to hide from you, because their vibrational energy will be translated into information to you that tells you about that person. And so it doesn't matter what they're saying with their mouth at all. You can see, you can feel, you know. That's a gift. Okay. So other parts of Ascension that we can look forward to is the discovery, the remembering, the discovery, the uncovering of ourselves and who we really are. We have different archetypes within us that we may have expressed in other lives, in other lifetimes. Those all can come together now during the Ascension process. And you may find yourself blossoming into one of these archetypes with gifts that you never knew that you had, but suddenly it comes through so very strong that it is natural as walking in your very own shoes. You may be a shaman and have these, and just wake up and realize, I am a shaman, I have been, and all the shamanic powers and will come through. The powers, the knowledge, all of it will come through. And you realize that's a part of myself. That's a huge part of myself that was cut off from me, that now I can bring through now. That now I can bring through. You may be a dream walker where you walk all, you know, you may be a dream walker where you astral walk, where you walk through your dreams, through the dreams, where you walk through dream worlds. And you bring back knowledge for this world. So you may realize that you are a dream worker and you've always had that. And you may not have had even an inkling of it before. Maybe you have. And this is where it falls into place and you're like, oh, now I understand everything. It all makes sense. But some of it could be a total surprise and joy to practice. You may discover that you have healing abilities. Yes, energetic healing abilities. You may be able to heal through your hands. You may be, you can use sound to heal. And you may know the old ways of healing. And I've been calling and I call you forth still. If that knowledge is coming through for you and you know the old ways of healing with the mother specifically through herbs and through different foods and herbs and that kind of thing, you are being called. Your knowledge is needed at this time as we return to that state in which we are co-creators with the mother. So you may think, oh, you know, I kind of have an interest in this, in herbs and all that kind of thing, but I don't really want to go to school and learn all this stuff. Let me say, if it is coming through to you, you will hear it like a voice. And even as you're just making your tea, it will come through. And whatever it will say, you know, add this, add that. And you're going to know. You're just going to know the natural medicines. And so go ahead. This is your, yes, you know this knowledge. Write it down. Write it down and trust it. We are pulling in all of this, whatever is needed to create heaven on earth and to move into the new world. We are transforming into it. Welcome all. These are the positive. Yes, there are other aspects of ourselves that need to be healed, and we're bringing them in for healing and loving and bringing them into the one. But there are other aspects of ourselves that are coming in that are super positive, that are going to build the new world, that are exciting and fun and something we've never done before. So yes, natural medicine people are being called, and you may hear it. You may be feeling it. You may be doing it. You may have beginning to make salves. You may have beginning to make teas, and you're just kind of following your instincts about. And when someone is sick, you may be wanting to offer them certain things just naturally. Or, you know, if your nails get messed up or whatever, and you hear this little voice, you know, and tells you, put lemon and olive oil or whatever. You see what I'm saying? We're going to step into these. We're going to step into it. And you can bring it through without formal study. I mean, it's up to you how you want to bring it through. But I'm just saying, these archetypes are awakening within us. And that is who we are. And we already have the knowledge, and we can't explain why we have it. We just do. And it just comes through, and it just flows through. So there are new yous to be discovered and uncovered. And part of that, we want to talk about animals. Just a quick side note. If you are a healer of animals, now is the time for you to step forward with your gift. If you're an animal communicator, now is the time to step forward with your gift. If you are an animal healer, now is the time to step forward with your gift. If you are a wise woman, wise man, who are able to who know the ways of animals and how to heal them with natural ways, the old ways, and now is your time to step forward and teach us how to take care of our animals, to be in communication with them, to rise up to our new level of relationship with animals as the one. You're being called. You don't have to be a veterinarian. Okay? Just come forward with whatever your gift is and begin to offer it to the world. You know, you may have a farm. I know I've already said this now. But you may have a farm and you just naturally know how to heal the animals on your farm, you know, what they need. I'm talking simple things, how to mend a leg, to how to get rid of worms, to whatever, all these natural ways of doing things. The natural ways of knowing and being in one with the mother, you're being called, and specifically for animals. Please step forward now and help us take care of our animals, because the animal service industry, animal care industry is lacking. And we love our babies, and we love all of the earth's animals, and we have within us the gifts and the talents to step forward and move that into a higher level of being. And so one of the positive things that I want to talk about that happens during Ascension is that you kind of get to leave the old world. It's like you're in the old world with everybody else, but you're not. You're in some kind of a different world where everything is interactive with you. It's like the world and everything in it comes alive to speak to you. That is an exciting thing that happens along your Ascension journey. And it begins to feel like you're in some kind of a Disney movie, you know, with Snow White or whatever, where everywhere you're going, things are just kind of falling into place, and the trees talk to you, and the birds talk to you, and the TV talks to you, and everything becomes in flow together. And your communication with Spirit, with Goddess, with Creator, comes through everything and everyone around you. It's like a constant conversation. And it's very exciting. It's very exciting, and it feels unreal. It feels like, hey, I've just stepped into some kind of weird movie where the TV talks to me, and people on the street have messages that are just for me. And, you know, the thing that I need when I go to the store happens to be on sale for the exact amount of money that I have. And that, you know, just amazing little tiny miracles happen all through your day. And they are true miracles. I'm trying to think of some examples of them. And I wrote them down. Let me just see. And we're talking about being interactive with the universe. Let's see here. What did I write? Yes. So, yeah, as you as you awaken and you begin to practice your Ascension journey and walk your Ascension journey, and you practice being a creator and understand that you are a creator, then you become interactive with the universe, because you are the creator of the universe. It's all inside of you. We thought it was all outside of us, but it's all inside, on the inside. And as we change things on the inside, it reflects out and it changes on the outside. And as we begin to recognize this and practice it, then the universe changes and becomes interactive with us, and we begin to be on the same page. It's almost impossible not to be on the same page with the universe, because every part of the universe is talking to you all the time. You're having this conversation all the time where you're seeing what's really happening in front of you, what it looks like is happening, but you're also seeing it on a different level, on the level of Creator, on what's being reflected back to you. And then Spirit comes in and offers you all these beautiful little miracles all through the day that say, I love you. Like what I was talking about, where you go to the store and your favorite thing is on sale, or, you know, that's being in flow with the universe. And that requires trust and faith. It requires trust and faith. You need to be emitting trust and faith that I am the creator of this universe. The universe has my back. Everything works in my favor. then you are in the flow of what is occurring. You are in the flow of saying, hey, even though I don't understand what's happening now, I know that it's going to work out in my favor, so let me flow with it. Let me get on board with it. And because of that, then these conversations begin to take place. It's like you get little moments throughout the day that feel like heaven, that literally feel like heaven. Like if you could imagine, if you wrote down all the things or whatever that you wanted or how you wanted to feel in these big long lists, then sometimes you'll have days during Ascension that are exactly like what you wrote, like the most incredible thing that you could possibly imagine has happened. You are living it. It did occur. Just amazing, amazing little miracles happen all the time throughout the day. And these are moments where you understand and you feel, hey, I must be in the new world because it feels like heaven. I feel satisfaction. I feel contentment in this very moment. There's nothing else that I could ask for to be satisfied. You get more moments like that along your Ascension journey, and more moments that are even unbelievable where you sit back and you say, is this real? Because it kind of feels like I'm in heaven. You know, it's also, and what I mean by faith, I mean it's the willingness to accept that this incredible thing that I think is happening, and see it that way, and know it to be that, and not to talk yourself out of it, or talk yourself down from it, or make it unbelievable. It is wonderful. It is unbelievable. It is a miracle that is occurring in your life right now, today. And the faith and on the Ascension journey is to understand that I am rising to a higher level. Miracles can happen and are happening in my life, and I recognize every single one of them. I'm grateful for them. I acknowledge them. I am thankful for it, and I never talk myself out of it not being as fabulous, as wonderful, as heavenly as it is. No, I welcome the higher vibration. I welcome these heavenly experiences. I welcome the miracles in my life. I welcome walking that higher vibrational path and seeing all of heaven unfold around me. That's the joy that comes through little by little, and sometimes in great big lumps, and during this Ascension journey, and of what you can look forward to. You can look forward to your dreams coming true in a way so unexpected. Serendipitous is that word again. So unexpected, so random, so surprising, but so right and so satisfying. And that it's wild beyond imagination. And you have to trust that that is the journey that you're on. It is the Ascension journey that you're on. You are going to end up in heaven. You are going to end up in heaven. And you are going to have moments of heaven along the way. As we begin our Ascension journey, we leave this third dimension, okay? We leave the third dimension. We're going to end up here in heaven, the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension here and higher. This fifth dimension we are bringing into the material world. It is into our existence, okay? In between these two is the fourth. And the fourth is where all of this unbelievable miracle stuff can begin to occur. Things may happen. People that you don't know, but who you may have admired, who may be an archetype, who may be a star, who may be, I'm talking about Shiva, I'm talking about Kali Goddess. Incredible teachers that you couldn't possibly imagine will come through on a personal level to be your spiritual guide. I took a walk with Thich Nhat Hanh the other day. He was my teacher, not in any way that you could see as where I went to where he was learning or anything. He came through strictly on the spiritual. He came through on my TV, through the books, and then whenever I needed guidance, he was coming through, and that's when I knew I'm working with, he's teaching me. This is my teacher. He's teaching me. That was while you were alive. So ascension, on your ascension journey, your spiritual teachers and guides will come through like never before. And you will be working very closely with them. This is not a process and when you're just left in this darkness. No. All of these spiritual guides, teachers, angels come through to guide you through this process. Your guides and teachers come through, and whatever level you're at, your teachers may change as they come through. I am going to guarantee you that you're going to get guides that you will just fall over the back of your chair like, are you kidding me? This person is here to guide me? Hallelujah. How exciting. I'm ready. I am ready. Through the